Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I recently made a couple of videos about the zodiac signs, as one as Disney princesses and two as Disney villains. But then I realized that I did not really touch on princes. Me personally, I am all about equality, okay? And I thought it would be really fun. I actually think that I would like to make more videos like this. But what I want from you guys, the viewers, is I want you to tell me what videos you want to see from me in terms of zodiac signs as blank. So if you can leave a comment in the comment section, zodiac signs as whatever it is you want it to be. Also, be sure to give this video a like if you want to see more videos like this, because I love making them and I think they're fun. So if you want to see what Disney prince you are based on your zodiac sign, then keep watching. I'd also like to highlight here quickly that some of these princes aren't actually official princes but I still see them as prince material. I'm gonna be starting with Pisces through to Aries. Pisces, your Disney prince, or rather unofficial Disney prince, is Hercules. So whilst Hercules has an above average level of strength, he doesn't really have a lot of logic, okay? It's good that Phil is there with him in order to sort of keep him right. Not saying that Pisces are stupid or anything, it's just that they go from more of a feeling rather than the logical outlook. But what Hercules lacks in the logic, he makes up for that compassionate, beautiful, big heart that he has. He is super forgiving towards others and he just wants to do things for the greater good. In the movie you just see him displaying so many beautiful acts of kindness towards people. I mean, he saves Megara and he just wants to save everyone. He's always fighting these villains in order to help mankind. If you also think of the fact that Hercules sort of lives with his head in the clouds, so he's always dreaming of the fact that I'm not from this earth. He feels this, like, I'm not from here, I belong somewhere else. He always has that feeling. That's kind of the same with Pisces, because Pisces rules the 12th house, and the 12th house is all about like the outworldly matters, and so these people also know there's more to just this physical reality. Aquarius. So Aquarius, your Disney prince is Simba. Okay, maybe you're thinking here that Simba should belong to Leo because Leo is the lion, of course Simba's the lion. But here's the thing, Aquarius and Leo are opposite signs, and I do feel with kind of opposite sign energy that the sign opposite to us is what's subconsciously in the back of our minds. So I'll give you an example. I'm an Aquarius, okay? And ever since I was really young, like maybe even 5 years old, I've had an obsession with lions. I love lions. I always have. I used to even collect lions, and I even have my little lion tattoo, okay? That is Simba. I got this tattoo before I even got into astrology. But with Simba, okay, he is taught by his father Mufasa, beautiful Mufasa, how to rule the Pride Land. So Mufasa teaches him, okay, this is what you must do in order to be a king, in order to rule the land. Oh yeah, so full of himself, I'm gonna, can't wait to be king, like I'm gonna rule everybody. He goes at it from a very individualistic standpoint without really realizing that actually everybody is the collective, which is the Aquarius energy. So Aquarians, they love to be very individual, but at the same time Aquarius wants to connect. So what you find is that Simba does eventually grow into this, and even in Lion King 2 he teaches his daughter Kiara the whole philosophical phrase of we are one, which, by the way, it's one of my favorite songs in The Lion King in general. I love it. Overall, I feel that Mufasa did teach Simba really great values, and Simba even went to befriend Timon and Pumbaa, which was like a beautiful friendship of properly connecting. And so he then went on to accept everybody for who they are and even forgive people. He even welcomed in Kovu. Whenever Kovu he thought bad kind of energies from him, he still welcomed him in anyway, which is just like Aquarius. Aquarians do not leave people out the door. Capricorn, your Disney prince is Flynn Rider. Now, Flynn Rider, he didn't really grow up in the best of places. So he lost his parents and he grew up in an orphanage. But within that orphanage, the other kids actually really looked up to Flynn and they really admired him and for his leadership. So I feel with Capricorns, they do have that presence about them where other people do take their advice and look up to them. I'm not suggesting that all Capricorns have it really hard in terms of losing their parents and being orphans and everything like that, but I do find that Capricorn energy, they go through those hardships and go through obstacles in order to build up. What actually happened with Flynn is that he broke out of the orphanage and decided that he wanted to go on and do his own thing, and so he grew to become more and more ambitious, but as he was doing that, he also became more and more aloof. And that is it with Capricorns, is that they can be so comfortable with being on their own that they literally feel that they don't need anybody. And so they just kind of become aloof. They're like, I can do this on my own. I can take on the world on my own. And so Flynn went to do that. But then he meets Rapunzel. He sees Rapunzel in this kind of needing state, and so he reaches out his hand to help her. He begins to show care and affection towards her, which I find a lot of Capricorns can find it difficult to show care and affection to people, but when they meet the right one, they just know they will eventually learn to let their walls down. Sagittarius, your Disney prince, well, unofficial Disney prince again, is Peter Pan. The slogan for Peter Pan, after all, is never grow up. I never want to grow up. And I feel that with Sagittarius, their slogan could also be this. Okay, yes, Aries could also have this slogan, but I feel that Sagittarius has a slogan, but also embodies a lot of the types of characteristics that come with Peter Pan also. For example, Peter Pan, he flies around. He goes from Earth to a star. He just flies really long distances, and of course Sagittarius rules the 9th house, and the 9th house is all about long distance travel. He's also extremely adventurous and loves just getting into different fun activities. He loves battling the pirates, he loves fighting against the Indians, and of course he loves listening to Wendy's beautiful stories about his adventures. Him and the Lost Boys just go crazy. They make Neverland what it is. They look at Neverland as just, well, endless possibilities, and that's Sagittarius. It's ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is that expansive planet. As well, Tinkerbell has really strong feelings for Peter Pan, but Peter Pan is completely oblivious to this. And I feel that Sagittarius people, they don't really notice whenever people like them because they're just so about being friends with people a lot of the times. So they don't really concentrate or pay attention to that kind of stuff. It's the same with Wendy as well. So Wendy displays these acts of, oh, I really like him, but Peter Pan just doesn't get it. He doesn't get with the program. Scorpio, your Disney prince is Beast. So at first introduction with Beast, you find in the movie that he's very irritable and very stubborn. He can actually come across as pretty hostile and serious towards those who actually live in the castle. However, these negative displays within his character actually stem from his upbringing, because he was brought up within the riches. His upbringing just made him a little bit selfish, and so what happened is this curse was placed on him. This curse actually led him to truly distrust other people and to just kind of lock himself away, which is pretty interesting because with Scorpio energy comes this sort of death experience or this curse that they feel maybe that's placed upon them, that they can't quite shake it off. You will find that a lot of Scorpios learn the hard way in life, and it's almost as though they go through hell and back. But the hard part is coming back, and the hard part is trying to find that missing puzzle piece within themselves in order to come back. And what this does to the Scorpio is it can create this kind of vengeful attitude. But with that being said, Beast then meets Belle, and everything just changes. Beast actually learns to truly care for Belle, and he is so loyal to her, and he actually protects her. And so what you find within the Beauty and the Beast movie is the Beast starting to open up, starting to flourish. And much like the Scorpio, he transforms. And through the ashes, okay, through the ashes, through the pain, through the misery, he rises up bigger than ever. Libra, your Disney prince is Prince Charming. I say this because Prince Charming is like the essence of elegance in the movie, and he's actually very romantic. He is seeking a partner or marriage, okay, in which is similar to the marriage that his parents once had, because he sees how valuable and beautiful the marriage was that his parents had, that he wants that for himself. For Prince Charming, he just has this high expectation of love, alright, and Libra is ruled by Venus, which is the planet of love. But then at the same time, he's so indecisive. His dad even arranges this extravagant ball with all of the females, the women of the land who come to this ball. And Prince Charming is just having none of it. He's just like, ugh, rolling his eyes. Ugh. No, no, definitely no, no. But yet, Cinderella comes along and he's like, whoa, the person actually that is completely opposite to him doesn't really give him a lot of the time of day. She's not just like falling at his feet and being like, yes, yes, yes. She's just like, yeah, I'm here. So what? And he is all over it, okay? He's seeking that partner that balances him out. Just like the symbol of Libra, the scales. And so, of course, Prince Charming gets his happily ever after, just like the Libras want. Virgo, your Disney prince is Kristoff, okay? It's Kristoff from Frozen. About Kristoff, okay, at the beginning of the movie, he's so focused on his ice business. He just wants to deal with the day-to-day routines that he's used to, and Virgo rules the 6th house, okay, and that's all about day-to-day routines. Ultimately, Kristoff just becomes this type of person who just wants to look after himself and doesn't let anybody else help him. He's very self-reliant that way. He is also able to come up with solutions to problems. Alright, Virgos are able to do that. And as well, he values his pet reindeer. I can't remember his name. You want to tell me what his name is? Someone tell me, because I'm too lazy to look it up. But yes, the 6th house as well, it rules pets. And he values his pet reindeer above everybody, pretty much. Until, of course, he meets Anna, the love of his life. And then Anna just changes his whole perception on things. And he just, yeah, again, he just lets her in. Much like all the other Disney princes, he's able to tap into other positive qualities of that Virgo energy, and he is selfless, and he is respectful, and he is devoted to her. He's also able to see the brighter side of situations. Instead of constantly overanalyzing things and thinking, oh, what should I do? I feel that Anna helps guide him into just letting go. Leo, your Disney prince is Prince Philip. Prince Philip, he is brave, he's heroic, and he's devoted. Not to mention, he is great at using that charm to persuade other people to do what he wants. In fact, in the movie, he chooses that he wants to marry for love. He wants to make the decision to marry somebody from his own free will and not somebody that his father wants him to marry. In relation to Leo, okay, Leos have such big hearts. They have huge hearts. And in fact, love for the Leo makes the world go round. Stubborn as well, okay? Leo is that fixed energy and can be quite stubborn. And so in Sleeping Beauty, Prince Philip is in the forest and he hears Aurora singing, right? And the horse is like, no, don't go near that sign. No, Philip, let's go. And Philip's just like, ha ha ha, no, I'm going anyway. And so he goes and he has that confidence in him and the courage and the bravery to go up to Aurora and just start talking to her. Of course, she falls head over heels for his charm, because what person wouldn't fall for the Leo's charm? As well, he rides into battle against the dragon and wins. Okay, he just has so much courage in him. Cancer, your Disney prince is Prince Eric. Eric was born into royalty, okay? He was born into the riches. He was born into security. And a lot of Cancers, they value security above all else. But at the same time, he also has this love and this enjoyment to be by the sea. He goes off onto the ship and does all of those duties that he just loves to do. And so, in a way, similar to the Cancer, because the symbol of Cancer is the crab. And if you think about crabs, okay, they spend a lot of their time on land. He's also a hopeless romantic. romantic, and he just wants to wrap his arms around somebody and just nurture them and be nurtured himself. And so what happens is he starts to develop these really deep feelings for Ariel. As soon as he meets Ariel, he's just like, I don't want to ever let you go. It does happen where she kind of slips away, but then as soon as she comes back into his life, he's like, no, I don't want it. Like, literally, you already got away once and that's not gonna happen again. And Cancers truly do hold on to things that they care about. Cancer, I guess when you know, you know. Gemini, your Disney prince is Aladdin. Aladdin, okay, he is the street rat in the movie. A diamond in the rough, that is safe to say, but at the same time, he is still so optimistic and he's still so full of life. And he looks at life as, it's what you make of it. And I feel that with Geminis, they look at life as, you know what, doesn't matter what I'm going through, life is what I think of it. Life is what I make of it. Why not make it awesome? In fact, Aladdin's great strength lies within his mind, within his intellectual and witty mind that he has. He actually uses this as ways to figure out ideas in order to steal from people to survive. He's just such a quick thinker, and he uses that really quick mind to outsmart his enemies. However, when it does come to Jasmine, Aladdin puts on this other persona and he pretends to be Prince Ali because he feels or thinks that Jasmine will not be accepting of him. And so with Gemini, their symbol is the twins. And it's as if they have these two personas. And so Aladdin is kind of like, oh yeah, I'm Aladdin, but I'm also Prince Ali, therefore two personas. But then Aladdin eventually learns that he himself, he is accepting of love for just being him. And I feel like with a lot of Geminis, they get a little bit scared when it comes to commitment and things, but I feel that eventually they will come to a stage when they will just open up, express their emotions, and be accepting of love. Taurus, your Disney prince is John Smith. Now I know that Taurus people, okay, you're not really the most adventurous people or explorers as per se. You more want to like chill at home, you know, it's that type of energy. However, would you go off on an adventure if it meant finding treasure, if it meant finding gold? Yes, I feel like you would. Who doesn't want to find gold? I mean, it's gold. Also, with him, he kind of comes to a conclusion in his mind, his own little opinions about the natives, and he just assumes that the natives are like savages. However, after meeting Pocahontas, Pocahontas shows him that actually they're not savages, they are there to help. They're there to help John Smith, that everybody should be valued in that sense. You find with Taurus energy that whenever Taurus makes their mind up on something, that's it. Their mind is made up. It's that stubborn, fixed energy. So what they need, or what they can sort of require, is for somebody just to pull them in and to be like, you know, Taurus, no, your opinion on that, yeah, okay, you have your opinion, but there's another way to look at it. Pocahontas ultimately teaches him something different, and so John Smith learns that the natives are actually pretty good people. He also displays acts of selflessness and kindness and generosity, which comes with Taurus energy as well, I find. They do want to help people. And overall, he discovers what is truly valuable, okay? Value within Venus. Venus rules Taurus. So John Smith, he discovers what is valuable, and that of course is love. Aries, your Disney prince is Li Shang. Li Shang, he is the captain of the Chinese army, okay? And Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is the planet of war, so, you know, 1+1 people. He also has a very strong physique, and he's a strong leader. He displays those perfect characteristics of true leadership, and I feel that Aries energy, they can be leaders. They can be amazing leaders. However, Li Shang as well, he struggles to tell Mulan how he really feels about her, and I think this comes with the fact that maybe he thinks it's not manly to tell someone how you feel about them. And with Aries, Aries is the most masculine sign across the entire zodiac, so I feel that Aries, they display their kind of their loving nature in the way that they can. So for example, if you're really good at something, an Aries will just say, like, you're really good at that. Whenever an Aries says this to somebody, it means something. Because usually what the Aries would do is they would jump in and be like, I'm going to beat you at this. They're very competitive that way. So if they just accept, hey, you're awesome at that, you know, just let that be that, then that's kind of a big deal. And what happens in Mulan? She kicks ass and basically saves China. And what does Li Shang say? He says, you fight good. Huh? What? Alright guys, so that concludes my video of the zodiac signs as Disney princes. Remember guys, I want to know your thoughts and opinions on the next sort of video to do within this series. So please let me know. Let me know. Of course as well, if this is the first time you're finding my channel, then please be sure to click that subscribe button. And I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!